Niggas talking about a shit they ain't never been. I just get to the money, start the presidents. How you hating on that nigga, cause I love to win. Bad girl with me and she love to sin. I'm gonna be walking you guys through my process of how I will go about sampling live instrument performance. It's a bit more challenging than just having a loop with the BPM and everything, because all of that can change when it comes to live instrument playing. But it's all about a more creative approach than a logical approach. And that's what I'm gonna show you in today's video. So I got the video pulled up on my iPhone. It's a 38-minute video, so it's just better to just sample this part. And I just love this performance. I've seen other performance, but they don't have the dynamic control like his, man. We could even mess with the tune. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on a downbeat. Boom. And you can even look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I could just process that and call it chop 1. I might just go for like a Detroit or Shoreline Mafia kind of vibe, and that's usually around 99 to 100. Now I'm gonna just go to BPM chops and just mess around with the chop. So you can hear there's a little bit of a time kind of, I want to say an issue, but it kind of slows down a bit, so it kind of messes with the groove. But what I'm going to do actually is go to the drums and let's find some kicks. I like kick auto. I want to hear some hard stuff, so I'm going to go to some snares. Cage sound decent. Get a close hi-hat. Baddie sound decent. You know, if you don't have anything that comes to mind, just go with the 2-step, which is usually the 8 notes playing like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a, that's the 16 note count. It just depends on the BPM that you're at. Since I'm at the lower tempos, I'm gonna be playing 16 notes rather than 8 notes. Even if it's a little bit off, just still keep going with your chops, because we can always fix that. And now we could even go back to the sample chop and just fix that second one. So maybe is that we come in a bit, and before you even mess with this, make sure you turn off link slices. Now with link slices, what it does is if I move in a bit more, it's not going to affect pad 1. Pad 1 is going to stay where it's at. But if I had on link slices and I moved a bit more to the right, then pad 1 would start from where pad 2 is starting. And we don't want that. I want pad 1 to still be the same length. And since we're in non-destructive pads right now, it allows me to manipulate the sample while I can still hear it in the background. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Before it was like this. Now it's like this. And for the sample now, we could even just add some effects. First, let's control the EQ. I like to go to EQ, kill. I like to boost the mids, but I kind of want to just turn down a little bit of it. Turn up a bit of the highs. Let's add in a bass just to get the vibe going. And remember, I still don't know what the key is, but we're going to figure that out. I like the RE808, so I'm going to start off with that. And all these drums is from the Unison drum kit. Like I said, this is my favorite drum kit I like to use. Pad 14, go to global. Make sure you put your 808s on mono. And also put it on one shot so it could play the whole note and not cut off. Go to shift 16 levels. When I don't know the key, what I like to do is just go to C major and be on chromatic and just hit each note until I find the notes that sound good. But bring it up an octave, and I just kind of mess around. I just played a couple of notes and I already know what scale it is. That's why it's still good to learn your scales. Even if you're not a piano player or you just doing like even simple trap music, scales is still valuable for your own knowledge. You know, a lot of people want to rely on all these different kind of plugins, but you still want to have musicianship for yourself, because that just makes you a better musician. So then once I know the key, I just go to D minor and go to notes so that it displays the notes. Yeah, let's add some perks. I like that. I like this kind of triangle bell. And then, you know, I gotta add an open hat. And I could hear like a delay on that as well. I want to put that to a fourth. And then that could be sequence 1, and then we could copy over that sequence and make a second part. First, I'm gonna just mess around with the chops, and then if not, I'll go back into the sample. And let's even spice this up a bit more. Yeah, dude, that's hard. And that can be for another sequence. You could just drop the beat just like that. Now I realize that half speed is also going to affect sequence 1. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to duplicate this program. Make sure you go back to chop 1. You don't want to affect your first program or your first track. You just wanted to copy it over, and then we're going to copy over the track as well, so we can have the MIDI. We could just like erase that from track 1 and then go to track 4, which is the second part. So then we could go to the duplicated program and just turn on that half speed and have it. Then go back to sequence 1 and still have the chop without the effect. All right, so moving on to the third part, let's see what we could come up with from here. Yeah, you just gotta listen, man. You just gotta listen. And then assign that and do pad parameters, because we're gonna go back in and change it, but we don't want to change the first pad. So that's why we're gonna have it on pad parameters. And then let's just record that in. So let's just see what we have all together. Yeah, gonna get it that. I just get into the money, gotta get it back. 4-5 on my hip, gotta let it blast. Hey, you don't wanna go. I just came up, nigga, you don't wanna know. Hey, we be moving up. I just had to get up, made it out my home. Ooh, that third part is sick. All right, so not to make this video too long, if you want to see part 2 where I'm arranging it a bit more, then leave a comment below. And if you made it this far before I make that video, you can watch this video as well.